kids, it's another week and we're back from spring break. So today I thought we would do something a little bit fun since we couldn't go anywhere. And I thought we would draw a place that perhaps we would like to have gone this last week. So here we go, get your pencil and paper ready and we'll get started. Okay all, again I have a simple pencil and an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and hopefully I'll remember this time to draw a little darker. I was in the mood to go somewhere tropical this week, which of course I couldn't do, but we're going to pretend that we did anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our beach scene. We're going to draw an oval. And it's going to be kind of an oval on its side. It's going to be kind of fat, but not horribly fat. If you want to make it a little fatter, or if yours is a little fatter than mine, it's all good. Because again, everyone's art looks a little bit different. So I've got myself a nice oval here. And what I do is I bring my eraser in, clean it up a little bit. And it doesn't have to erase perfectly right now, because right now I'm just getting in basic shapes. Okay, so what we're going to do once we have our oval in is we're going to come maybe about, not quite in the middle, a little bit higher in the middle. We're going to do a little curved line right there. This is going to be the top of our umbrella. So we're going to give a little gumdrop kind of shape on top of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down out of the bottom as though that is the stand for our umbrella. And of course we need to make a little indent in the sand for it to sit in, because it got stabbed in there so that it could sit. All right, we have a very nice umbrella shape going on now. Okay, now let's give it some umbrella lines. We're going to do a curved line right there, and we're going to do a curved line on this side. We're going to curve it the other way this time, but as we go around, we're going to do some more curved lines. The back end ends up going more straight, and that's where we can switch. So we curve this way, we copy it, and then we end up with almost a straight line, and then we're going to curve this one the other way, and it's going to go the same and the other way. So that way it looks like it's rounded on all sides. Okay. Now, we need to have some lounge chairs, because this is where we really wanted to be for spring break. So down here towards where our umbrella is stabbed into the sand, we're going to do a long, skinny rectangle. And we want it to be parallel to the bottom of the page, so we want it to be pretty parallel. Now, off the top of this, we're going to do a line at an angle. It's almost the same angle as our stick for our umbrella. And we're going to do one on the other side. We want to stop it before it gets too high up. Then we're going to do another line on each side, because this is going to be our support post. Now, we can't see the top of this one because it would be behind the umbrella, but we know it's there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little line. You can curve it a little bit as though it was going back under that umbrella. And then we can do some more lines all the way down, because our little beach chair is going to be striped. Now, to make the seat of our chair, we're going to go off at a V. So if you notice, we make a V here. We're going to come down to the bottom of this rectangle, and we're going to follow it up as a V as well, and then do a line straight up at the end. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side with this corner, but remember, our back is in the way. So we are going to pull it as though it went through there and is coming through here. Then we'll just do a little curved line at the end, as though someone had been sitting in it. And then we'll do some more curved lines all the way down. So now we have a very nice, relaxing beach chair. And now our beach chair does need legs, so we're going to do some little stumpy rectangles at the bottom of each point. And if you want to, you can do a wavy sand dent, so it looks like it's been sitting in the sand for a little while. Now, we need to make another chair, because, quite candidly, I would not have gone to the beach alone, so I would have brought a friend or a family member So we're going to do another rectangle just like this one over here, kind of a long skinny one. And we're going to put it in on the other side of our umbrella. And we're going to follow the same lines and the same angles that we did before. So we're going to do a V, but look, our umbrella gets in the way. And that is just fine because our umbrella is covering the top of that chair. It would actually end up clear up here, but we don't see it. We do, however, are going to see part of the seat. So at the same angle that this is going, we're going to run it and it's going to get lost up in here because that's where it's going to stop. So we don't even need to see the end of it. This one we will though. And so we'll follow the lines up from this corner and we will see it past the pole and then past a little bit there. So we do see it a little bit, just not a lot. Oh, we forgot to put in our support poles for our back. So we can put that in right now. And we can curve the lines here as well, just like we did with the other one. And just like we did with the seating chair here, we can curve the lines here as well. We just have to imagine it behind that umbrella stick. All right, and it needs its legs. So we'll put some legs in. And again, we can make a little wavy line at the bottom to make it look like it's sitting in the sand. Maybe it's an indent, maybe it's an over. And we're not going to see the other legs because they are hiding behind this chair. All right, excellent. Now, usually when I go to the beach, I've got my kids with me. And when they were younger, they would love to make sandcastles in the sand. So we are going to make a bucket over here. So we're going to make an oval. A nice kind of small one, not nearly as big as that one. And it's going to be kind of flat. And then what we're going to add to the bottom of that is we're going to go 2 lines down. So it looks like a bucket. Now our bucket will need a handle. So we're going to do a little oval shape right there. And then we can do another one right next to it so it looks like it has a nice handle. Now, we are going to do, because it's sitting in the sand, so we're going to do a nice little wavy line. And then on the side of it, I think I'm going to put in a cute little shovel. So for our shovel, let's start with a U. You guys have done these little U's before. It's very simple. This is the inner part of the shovel. And then we're going to do a little curved line off the top of each one. Then we're going to do a line. And then we're going to do kind of a big rectangle and connect it to our handle. And then on the inside, we can do another little one. So it looks like we have a little shovel that's been stuck into the sand because obviously where we were playing with it, well, we made sandcastles. Okay, it's looking good. Now, we need to make our shoreline. So at about halfway on your page, we are going to do a straight line, or at least as straight as we can make it, because it doesn't necessarily have to be perfectly straight. Because let's face it, nothing in nature is perfectly straight. The only thing perfectly straight is a ruler. And that's because we make it that way. Okay, so this is going to be our surf line. Now we are going to do a curved line on the top of that. And it doesn't have to cover the whole thing. Some of them can be big, can be smaller. I'll do a little one over here. That's going to be where the waves are crashing. Now as the waves crash in, they will start spreading across the sand. So we're going to do a layer where the sand kind of turns into a liquid. I kind of find it really interesting, that point at the beach where it turns into a liquid. Then we're going to do kind of a wavy line where the water kind of rolls up onto the sand. It just remains wet, but it doesn't take over it. All right, so we have our surf. We have kind of that point where the surf crashes in, and then where the waves end up, and it just makes the sand wet. Now, we are going to do some more lines because the ocean is going off into the distance. And again, these lines don't have to be perfectly straight. Matter of fact, it's better if they aren't. And I'm going to put another line under there. And if you end up with some lines that are a little bit crooked, it's okay because the ocean is always moving, always shifting. And if you want to do another little wave out into the distance, you can do a little wave out there or a little wave over here. But remember, they're very small because they're further into the distance. So they're not going to appear as big as these ones that are breaking on the shore. Okay. Now, I thought I would have it be a nice sunny day because I was in the mood for a sunny day. But just to make it so that the sky looks like there is more going on, let's make some clouds. So on this side, let's just make some nice friendly clouds. And I want to make them fluffy clouds because maybe they're just fluffy clouds. And they're just hanging off there in the distance. And maybe I'll do a couple on this side. Again, we'll just have it touch the ocean. And it doesn't have to be super huge. If you want to put a sailboat in yours, you can. That would be totally fine, or a whale or anything else. Because again, this is your beach vacation since we couldn't go anywhere, and you might as well have some fun. Okay, so this is going to be our drawing. What we can do from this point on is we can outline it with our marker, and then we will start to color it. Hope you enjoyed drawing this one, and we will discuss coloring in just a second. Okay, as we color, you can make your umbrella and your seats any color you would like to make them. I chose the colors I did because they tend to be a little bit more complementary. Now, as we get towards the ocean, we want to do a point in the sand. See how I'm mixing the blue with the sand color where the water mixes with it. And as you know, when you go to your swimming pool, the water is darker the deeper it is, and so that's why the water gets darker as you go out to the ocean. When I start doing the sand, I'm going to make it look a little bit random, and it will have some divots and some parts that aren't colored, and I'm going to mix it in with white and just make it look overall nice and neat and a little chaotic. So that's it, everyone. I hope you had fun, and I hope you can imagine yourself sitting on a nice beach and enjoying the sunshine and playing in the sand. And we will have something for next week. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.